Why is creativity so damn important? Earlier in this century, when I was working in corporate, I spent a lot of time reading articles. And these articles were really geared towards disconnecting from our creative self. What the world really needs is more nurses and more doctors and more developers, software developers, which honestly isn't wrong. However, it was almost like this war on the creative aspect, and I think that in the last couple years, especially during the teens of this very new century, we're realizing how important our creativity really is. And in order to create a life worth living, a beautiful future, we get to create it. For a long time, I think our, country in the US here was complacent. I know I was, until 45 was elected, and it woke me up. So, I wanna talk about creativity today because that's really the core of my messaging when I'm talking about why you guys should be getting on camera. It's really about sharing your creativity with the world, and my creativity is all over the place. I, um, I dabble in music. I love to sing. I play the harmonica and the saxophone, not very well. Um, I can read music. I think cooking and gardening are both creative endeavors, and I'm under this idea that every single person has a creative spoke within your wheelhouse. At least one. Most of us have several. And the other thing about it is that a lot of times we're denying ourselves that creativity. And for me, my whole mission is to liberate and empower the world, right? So what I have found is that when people push record, that creativity gets to be channeled and funneled through the camera, and there's no way out of it. Because a lot of times our procrastination or our stress, things like that, we're actually denying ourselves the thing that will make us happy, the thing that will create abundance and alchemize our lives into pure magic. So I'm putting together a 7-day event in 2 weeks. We're gonna go live from 10 to noon every day. I'm gonna bring in new speakers, and this event is really about not only getting confident on camera, but it's about exploring what our magic is and really allowing ourselves to learn from each other, but then grab it ourselves and show up powerfully. It's important that we share our creativity, you guys, more than ever, because my father-in-law to be, I was talking to him yesterday and he's like, Keelan, I'm sorry, but I just don't like the new age. And he said this because all he was trying to do was call his pharmacy and talk to the pharmacist about something because they decided to change the way his medication is, and he just wanted to talk to a person. And he pressed all the buttons and he yelled into the phone and he's like, "I just don't like this new age." Because we've automated so much, and the automation is great. Like, I think it's amazing because technology has caught up with what I can do on video, right? Like, I can make movies now. I couldn't have done that 20 years ago. You'd have to have a film crew and all this stuff, but now I can just make little movies. So technology's created has caught up, but in the same respect, the complacency is now somewhere. So I want to empower all of you guys to dig back into your creativity and show us what that is. Because a lot of times people come to me and they're like, well, I want a bigger business. I want money. I want a relationship. And it's like when we're in this wanting, we're not in a creative mindset. Wanting and wishing is great. And how far does it get us? But when you declare and make a stand and then start creating around it, that's when the magic happens. So let's say there's someone out there who wants to be in a relationship. I have a ton of beautiful, really amazing women friends who are single. So what would it be like if you guys wrote a love poem to your future husband? Or let's say you want to make a lot of money. Why don't you try using your creativity to draw a picture of your future home or to paint an abstract with all the colors that will be in your future home? Why don't you cook a meal that will be served to you on your wedding day? You see where I'm going here, guys? So we get to play, because you know I love play, and we get to be creative. Because again, like I said the other day, no one is going to save you. Now, I'm a guide. That's just what I am. I'm a guide, I'm a coach, I'm an educator. I can't save you. I can lead you. I can lead you down the path that I have gone down myself. I can teach you everything that I have learned, and I will give it to you on a platter. But until you take action and believe and start creating your own future, you're going to stay in the same place. So I want you guys just to keep your eyes out for the 7-day event that's coming up in 2 weeks. Confident on Camera Live season 2. Woo! It's going to be, I'm bringing on speakers, and we're also going to have calls to action. So it's a challenge and a live event. We're going to run it for 7 days. I'm going to bring in a lot of great people, and we're really going to focus on creativity, because that's what I'm feeling, is that there's almost like this creative stuckness. And one of the speakers I spoke to yesterday, we had a beautiful conversation. She's a spoken word poet. She talks about overcoming resistance, which I'm just so excited about, because our resistance shows up everywhere. Not just about pushing the button, but like pushing the button and then posting the video, things like that. So that's number one. Look out for that. I'm going to drop the link in here, so you guys should just opt in for it right now, and I'll start sending you the emails and all that good stuff. Number 2, do something today that moves the ball forward for your future, for your creativity. Create your future. You know, I'm getting married next April, and I put the deposit down on my on where we're going to have our reception. And I gave the deposit, which is really good. I've just like shifted some things. And we're going to do an engagement party, but I'm starting with the end in mind. I'm starting with Corfu. We're getting married in Corfu, Greece. So I'm starting with that stuff first. I'm going to work my way backwards. And I'm telling you that because start with the end in mind. What does it look like? Not even what do you want, but what would it be like? I had a vision the other night. I'm going to tell you guys this because it's like crazy, but I'm going to tell you, I had a vision the other night that I won an Oscar. There is no evidence that I will ever win an Oscar at all, because I'm not even an actor, right? Like I've acted in my world, but I had that vision, and I'm like, okay, do I want to grab that vision that was created of something of me or my spirit guides? So tap in and listen and start creating, and drop in here a comment. If this is resonating with you guys, please give me some hearts and likes. I know you guys are out there watching. I speak to you verbally, and I love that. Give me some hearts and likes. And if someone else needs to hear this, please share the video. It's public on my Facebook page, and it's on YouTube. So love you guys. I can't wait to see what you are creating, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.